how do we hold people accountable? Like Naomi Campbell, Mick Jagger.
That's one that breaks my heart.
Me too.
I'm such a Naomi Campbell apologist, and it's like I just know she's a part of something. Can't tell you what.
Me either.
And that's the thing that sucks about these files. It's like we have 3 million pages, and I'm constantly sitting there like, what are we supposed to do with this information?
Right.
How much of this is hearsay? How much of this are like? There's so many misunderstandings. I'm trying to remember who it was. Tony Hawk. I just saw he was mentioned in there somehow, or got thrown into it, and then it come to find out, Tony had nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. The confusion came from some photographer he worked with named Mark Epstein. So it's like you have so many innocent people being dragged into this. And then because the files were so rushed, you now also have all these victims that are getting exposed that their names should have been redacted, but they weren't. And the people that are called out, and again, it's like, we don't know what they know.
Right.
With the Diddy parties of it all, it's like, had I been in the Hollywood scene 10 years ago, I probably would have been at a Diddy party. I wouldn't have known any better. It's like, how do you know? It's like there's a huge difference between you happen to know this guy and then you're actually a part of it. But then, like you said earlier, it's like with Epstein, once he got convicted in like 2008, unless you just barely got connected with the man, how did you not know the lore that came with him?
Right. In fact, Jamie Dimon is on record. I believe it's Jamie Dimon. They're like in his financial endeavors saying like, this is not, it's either Jamie Dimon or somebody who was going to take his money at one of these big banks. I'll have to fact check it before we put this out, saying like, this is not a good quality human being. They knew. And I just think, how much money do you need? How much power? Even if you're not some creepy pedophile, you're still like a moth to this repulsive flame. That scares me as a reflection on culture. Like, I do have a section of stuff that's bullshit that I wanted to go through with you, because no one's really debunking stuff from Adrenochrome, which isn't real. Have you seen this?
I don't think that's real, but I can understand why there is a lot of discussion when it comes to some of these rituals, because I fully believe that some of these rituals are real. I think
Tell me why.
If there's a meme about it, then odds are it's not real. Because if I go to Israel a lot, and part of why I feel so spiritually connected to Israel is because I've been learning how deep some of these evil entities go, just like by learning biblical stories and learning how like the Torah and the Bible, they really are a history book letting you know what's been going on. And it's like, I don't want to sound too much on like the conspiracy theory bandwagon.
Please do. Dig in here.
But it's like, we're dealing with people that are worshiping biblical demons. Like the parallels of some of these fables that you hear about that are ancient and how accurate they are to what we're seeing in today's age. I can't help but believe that a lot of this is actually happening. I do believe that some of these people are so evil and so corrupt, and that essentially they have to do the most heinous things possible in order to prove their loyalty. It's just like a gang. If you're going to join a gang in Southside Chicago, you either need to kill somebody or beat up somebody or rob somebody. In order to join these mega elite corrupt circles that somehow always end up with billions of dollars in their account and nobody knows how, it's like they're doing some really awful things in order to get the power that they have. I see it.
Do you not see it just as, hey, there's money in war, so I'm a warlord?
It's part of it.
Like, to me, it's right in front of you. So, for example, with Adrenochrome, this is you can make this in a lab. And they sell it online for $55. I have a freaking image we'll insert. Like, you buy it right now. A high school chemist could simulate this for you in seconds, and it has no beneficial health properties. It's when adrenaline oxidizes, it's basically cellular exhaust.
Yeah.
So like you don't need, there's no benefit to drinking this. In fact, it would be counterintuitive because it's oxidized, not actually good for you. And we are doing all kinds of stuff with young people's blood. They're making albumin. They're taking oh my gosh, cord blood stem cells. No, those are being donated. By moms and what have you, I guess. But they are doing that shit right in front of your face. Yeah. And that has benefit. There are young donors who are giving plasma, and you can buy it. You can go to Texas right now and get it like a donation of albumin, I think it's called. Haven't done it, but guys like Ben Greenfield do it all the time. And it's like a live young human like yourself who's like, okay, old person, I'll donate some blood. And I'm like, oh, I got Xavier. There's like appropriate donors. My point is simply, we don't need to fabricate all of this. There's enough evil shit kind of right in front of our face. And I worry that it's a distraction. But you think this whole like Satan stuff is real?
100%. So to clarify too, why I'm saying like why going to the Middle East has taught me a lot. It's like you go and you learn about like the pagan roots of a lot of the things that are going on today. And then also if you start studying some of these rituals that happen in the Islamic Brotherhood, for example, you start learning about things like bachabatsi, where
What is that?
Bachabatsi is very real, very well documented, not a single dispute out there. It's this thing where a bunch of wealthy Islamic men, a part of the Brotherhood, will get young teen or I'm trying to say
Prepubescent.
just gonna
Wait,
skip
we're
that
good.
word. I hate that word.
I got it.
But it's this group of Islamic Brotherhood elites. They will get a bunch of young boys together, make them dance and twerk and all of that, and then they will pretty much bid or just take one with them, and then they go and they have sex with them. They rape them.
Yeah.
So that's a very real, well-documented thing, and these are rituals that have been going on for a very long time. You start learning about, like when you start going very deep on the theology of things and how so many aspects of the church have been corrupted, and you start even learning about things like Christmas Day, for example. Christmas Day isn't December 25th. Christmas Day got moved to December 25th, way back in the day, and that used to be a pagan holiday where all the men would have sex in the town square and then go home and beat their wives. But
What?
people aren't ready for me to start cooking and start talking about those aspects of history, but these are real things that have actually been documented for a long time that we have just glossed over and overlooked as a society for a very long time. The pagan influence, even in the Christian and Catholic Church, is very heavy, and when it comes to these circles of elites that are doing very evil things, a lot of it does attribute to paganism.
All right, guys, if you like this clip and you want to watch the full episode, click here. And if you want more content like this, you can subscribe to the show by clicking here.